Hi everyone, welcome to your channel OCHAREO. In this video, I want to talk about the ODUN Ojuani Shobe in Ifa. When we see this ODUN in the reading or Ita, we say Ojuani Shobe, Ojuani Shobe, This video was requested by Jonathan. Maferefun Eshu Elegua Ogun, Chango, Orumila, and Egun in this ODUN. This ODUN is important to keep the communication with your wife. Also, the boundaries is something you are supposed to practice from time to time. But most importantly is your emotions and character in this ODUN. Because you didn't know that in Ojuani Shobe, he was a farmer, that he had a great and beautiful plantation. And all the people around the village envy his plantation, because he always had money and prosperity, but he was a hard worker also. One day Eshu was hungry, and he went to his farmer and told him that he needs some vegetable to eat and fruit and all of that. And Ojuani Shobe, that day he didn't have his best day, and he told him, I don't give anyone my products. If you want them, you need to pay for. So Eshu, he left his house, but he was angry. And then the next day, he came back to his house, but he was disguised like a messenger from palace. And he told him that the king go to destroy all the plantation around his kingdom because he was making him sick. So automatically, Ojuani Shobe, he got angry, and everything around him became so dark. And he said, before the king do that, I'm going to take my machete, I am going to destroy everything. And he did like that. He destroyed his own plantation with his own hands. After that, when he was calmed down, and he started to think about that, he said, let me go to palace to talk with the king to know why he ordered that. When he was in palace and was talking with the king said, I didn't say that. It was Eshu. So he came back to his house so sad. So this ODUN about you that is so important that you control your emotion and your character. There are people that they maybe one that you have problem at work, and they told you that the boss is talking something against you that it is not true. But you automatically don't think and react against your boss, and you could be in a lot of trouble. Also in your house, you need to be careful when you talk with your wife and something that happened that is not the reality. It's just Eshu that want to make some traps in your life. That's why when I see this ODUN in my house, for example, that I am doing a reading, I take the cache oro, that is the little brown paper bag with a Q, a ya, and aguado. I take some penny, for example, and I clean everyone in the house, and I go to the corner and I leave it in there. The next day, it is possible I feed Eshu with a rooster. Why? Because this ODUN announced destruction in your house. If we are in the ceremony to count someone or another ceremony, for example, we do an abort automatically in front of Eshu and we clean everyone. This is the ODUN that you need to think, because you can destroy with your own hands everything that you build in life. Also, he talked about the relationship, because here Orumila, he was living with Yemaya, and one day Elegua Ogun and Chango visit him, and all of them want to do Ifa, and Orumila asked them, do you have money? And they said, no, we don't have money. He said, so I cannot make Ifa for any of you. So Elegua, he left so angry, and he decided to go to the cemetery, and he took 3 buses. In one, he put Iku. In the other one, he took dirt for the cemetery. And the next one, he put some money in there, because he said, this man just want my money. And then when he came back to Orumila's house, Yemaya, that she was by the door, she saw him and told Orumila, Elegua comes to our house with Iku. So Orumila automatically told her, close the door. But Iku managed herself to get into Orumila's house and he got so sick. So Yemaya reminded Orumila that Echo Elegua he wants to make Ifa. So Orumila called Echo Elegua and told him, if you take away Iku from my house, I make Ifa to you. So Echo Elegua did like that and Orumila made Ifa to him. So later when he was out there and Ogun saw Echo Elegua, he told him, I made Ifa. So Ogun went to the forest and he started to cut all the trees around and he closed all the roads to Orumila. So he didn't have any client. He saw that he didn't have any prosperity at that moment. So Yemaya again remind Orumila that Ogun want to make Ifa too. And Orumila did the same thing. He called Ogun and he made Ifa to Ogun. And Ogun removed all the trees from his road and the prosperity came back to Orumila. Later, Chango took the decision to go to the mountain and he started to throw fenders to Orumila house and start to rain for months and months. So no one had the possibility to visit Orumila. So Orumila had to do the same thing that he did with Elegua and Ogun, and the prosperity came back to his house and he was so happy with his wife Yemaya. What happened in this ODUN? Most of the time, our God kids, when they want to do any ceremony, we don't know about the price. Why? Because today you go to buy the pigeon, for example, and could be maybe $10. But when you go 6 months later, the same pigeon, even the color one, is 15. So what I do recommend to you, when any God kid comes to you to talk about the ceremony, don't talk about money at all. Just talk about the ceremony. Let the person know what the steps you need to take to do the ceremony or to give any ritual that the person wants, what he needs, all of that. And then when the person is ready, that have the software, for example, have the tools and everything that the ceremony requires, you say, we go to talk and then after that about the money. Why? Because sometimes they tell you, I want to do a ceremony, but it takes a year or a year and a half, and the prices change. If you ask your godchild for more money, it will be a problem because you told him that it will be cost, for example, $50, and then after that you want to say 70. He doesn't going to feel comfortable with that decision. It is not you have to, shortcut the ceremony, and it will be good for you either because the people going to see that you, for example, you have 3 roosters when I'm supposed to be 4 and all of that. So I do recommend you that never talk about the money in front. Talk about the ceremony. This is the order that we are not supposed to argue with anyone about the religion. You have Ojuani Shobe. Why? Because he had 2 friends. They were in the corner talking. And they had a great relationship. They were friends for a lot of time. But Eshu, that saw them, he said, I'm going to finish the relationship. And then he dressed half and half. In one half, he was so elegant. And the other half, he looked like a bomb. And he passed in the middle of them. So one of them said, do you see that man? He looks so elegant, but he is so arrogant because he even salute us. And the other one said, no, he looks so dirty. And they start to argue. And after that, they fought and the relationship finished. So what happened in this religion? Everyone had different point of view of the ceremony, regardless of the age that the person have. in OCHA. So it's important to you that if you know something that you learn from your godparents, don't argue with anyone. You just listen. But avoid to argue. Avoid also to argue with your friend because it will be a problem for you. Eshu Elegua, in this Odun, he wants to be important. He wants that you attend him and provide him with everything that he asks you. Because he, in this Odun, was the son of Oya, and he felt so angry because no one paid attention to him. So Oya, that saw him like that, tried to do a ceremony to him, but he did that, he didn't feel comfortable with it. So he went to see Olofi and talked with Olofi about his situation. Olofi that knew Eshu Elegua, he said, I'm going to give you some ache, but be careful. You need to use it in the good way. But Eshu Elegua, because he wants to be important, he wants that everyone obey him. He went to his motherland, Oya, and he started to do ceremony for different people, but the people lost the memory, the people lost the vision. Oya, that she went in another village. She didn't know anything about it. But Ojuani Shobe, that was the babalawo of that land, he decided to go and talk with Oya. And Oya, she went back, but she had two hands in her hand. So she took eggs and also some herbs and honey and also palm oil, and she made a dough with all of that and start to cure all the people in her village. So the next day when the sun comes out with the light, this dough became a crystal. So that's why in this Odun, we said that the sunglasses was born. So if you have this Odun, you have to take care of your vision. You need to go to the doctor to check it out, your eyes. Also, when the sun is outside, you need to use sunglasses. Something else is that from time to time, try to get erogation to refresh your head. Actually, like I said before, if you have Ojuani Shobe, you need to learn about the different ALADIMUSES, ADIMUSES to attain Eshu Elegua, because Ojuani Shobe, Ojuani Eyeule in Ocha, is the Odun that prosperity comes to you always. You are the person that always you're going to get what you want in your life. But you need to please Eshu Elegua if you want to be successful. Thank you, all of you, for joining us. Here you are, another video about the Odun Ojuani. Leave your comment below about this Odun. A like, subscribe to this channel to receive notifications of the new videos and live stream. Health, faith, and prosperity. Ya tú sabes. OCHAREO.